And now the $1,000,000 question is who Musa is, alright? And hear me out, you might actually hear like the stupidest thing ever, but hear me out and give me a chance, I might convince you on this, alright? First of all, let me read you this tweet on this Japanese translator guy, and he said about Loki talking to Musa, and he or she said, the way Musa talks kind of gives off a feminine vibe. Phrases like, alright, and in Japanese, and feel a little too soft or delicate for a typical male character. Of course, there's no solid proof that Musa is a woman. It's really just the impression I get, alright? And then he replied, he said, or she said, this is definitely just my personal take, so it might be worth checking what other native speakers like Sandman and the other guy think too, okay? And Sandman responded, and he said that I pretty much like agree with this interpretation, okay? So the thing is, now let's just assume, for the sake of this video, for the sake of this theory, that Musa is a female character, alright? And now most importantly, in the previous chapter when Musa was talking to Loki, he or she said that now they're busy and they will not be talking to Loki for a while, okay? So this leads us to two assumptions. The number two is mine, and the number one is so many people, I've seen like so many people saying the fact that it might be a person from Marijwa because now they're busy with the whole fire and stuff, okay? So hear me out. Some people said dragon because dragon is the reason, like, is mainly the reason why Marijwa now is on fire. But I think it's like out of context for like dragon to have a friendship with Loki at this point, because if dragon hasn't made a contact or hasn't tried to make Loki a revolutionary army like back then, there's no chance for dragon to convince Loki to be a rev guy right now, okay? So now it leads us to the second assumption, or the other assumption, which is mine, and hear me out. It is Imu-sama. And yes, before you say anything, please hear me out. I do believe that Imu-sama is trying to manipulate Loki. First of all, at the beginning of this arc, when the first appearance of Loki, when he was talking to Musa and all this stuff, nobody anticipated it to be like Emo or some character who's like not from Elbaf, okay? Because with the way that the Mushi looks and all. But now I do believe that since now it is confirmed that the world government and probably Emo, they want Loki, or they wanted Loki to be one of the Holy Knights. Now this 100% means that they are interested in Loki, which means that Emo is actually interested in Loki. And now hear me out. Now since Emo wants to kill Yarl or whatever you want to call him, now I do believe that Emo is pretty much interested on who's gonna be the ruler, the king, whatever you want to call him, of Elbaf, right? So now it's either like Emo is trying to make Loki one of the Holy Knights, or now when Emo kills Yarl and she finally like do her mission, or do the mission that the Holy Knights were supposed to do, now Emo can make Loki as a puppet king or a puppet leader, right? And while like she can control Elbaf from like Marijwa and stuff, right? Now I do believe that is the case, okay? Because or Musa can be a new character, which is a character that we've never seen before, okay? Which is the other like assumption, or the other prediction that I prefer. Like it's either Emo for me or a new whole character like we've never seen, okay? Because it would be actually interesting for it to be a new character which we've never seen, because it makes sense for Loki, that interesting guy, that super powerful guy, which is the prince of Elbaf, and that powerful Loki who never makes friendships, to be a friend with a guy that we've never seen, and for Musa to be the most effectful guy for Loki to finally make Loki looks like a nice guy. I mean, I know so many people were assuming like in Elbaf and stuff that he's evil and all these stuff, but I do believe that Musa's mission is to make people believe that Loki is not only innocent, but he's actually a good guy, okay? So if it's a new character, I cannot tell you, like, I can't tell you anything about it, because I generally don't know anything, right? Because he might be, or this Musa might be not from Elbaf, and if he's from Elbaf, which probably, I know so many people were saying it's it's Yarl, because it makes sense for Yarl to try to make Loki look like a nice guy to the Elbaf citizens, because Musa was, like, had so many chances, and he told Loki that I do believe, like, inside of you, I know that you're a nice guy, okay? And the only person, or assumingly, the only person who was there with the incident of Loki and Harold, his father, is probably Yarl, right? With the whole sword in his head and stuff, because he was there in that incident. So I do believe that since Yarl was there in that incident, now Yarl knows or believes that Loki is actually innocent, but he's trying to find a way to make him look innocent and not make Harold a evil guy, because if you make Harold to the whole Elbaf citizens look evil, yes, now he's dead, but this gonna create a chaos in Elbaf, because since they're already like separated, like the tribes of Elbaf are already like separated and not embraced under like one umbrella of a king or something. If you tell them that Harold, the guy who made change in Elbaf and tried to civilize Elbaf, now he's a traitor or an evil man, this is gonna create chaos, and there is nobody is gonna believe that Loki will be a nice guy, because he is just like his father, right? So that is why it is either, which I prefer, like either Emo or a new character like we've never seen, or it could be like the third option, which is Yarl, whatever you want to call him. So now what is more important is for you guys to write in the comments what you guys think Musa is, because I have tweeted about it on X. I've asked so many people, nobody has a confirmed like prediction and who. I mean, I've seen some people saying it's Shirahushi. Like, bro, come on. I don't know, man. So write in the comments what do you guys think, or who do you guys believe that Musa is. Thank you guys for watching. This is it. Mwah.